So we talked a fair bit about why it is super important to not only pick your realtor and how to pick your realtor, but also how to pick your lender and why that actually matters. But let's talk a little bit about why the lender realtor team matters so much as well. So first of all, I will tell you, and it is a very unfortunate reality of our space, that there is a lot of people, both on the lending side and on the real estate side, that really don't do their jobs well. And I'm sure any of you listening to this, you work at places and in career fields where you experience the same thing. There is a ton of people who may pretend to be amazing at their jobs and they're just not. And so the reason that the real estate process is often so incredibly stressful is because the realtor side and the lending side are both very important, and they have to work in concert in order to be able to get them to get everybody basically to the closing table as far as the purchase goes. So I'm going to give you an actual real life story that we have dealt with, especially when the market is maybe not as hot as we'd like it to be, and how this can play out in real time. So you have seller's agent, and the seller's agent priced the property a little bit too high. So obviously an offer is made on the property that is a little bit lower. Great. Seller concessions are needed. If you're wondering what seller concessions are, that means that the seller actually will give money towards the actual closing cost for the buyer. Okay. Pretty common practice. You can't always get it, especially when the market is hot. But when the market is a little bit on the softer side, you definitely can do that. Okay. Now, the challenge is that if that seller did not price the property correctly, and if the buyer's agent doesn't understand or really looking diligently at the comps, and what is a comp? So the actual different houses in the area that have recently sold, that is what is telling us what the market actually is bearing. Okay. Then we can come into a little bit of a challenge, which is exactly what happened here. So unfortunately, the buyer's agent really wasn't considering that if they added those seller concessions, that it was going to create a little bit of a problem with what the house value was actually going to come in at. And so when the appraisal came in low, now from the lending side, well, basically one of two things has to happen. Either we can just say, sorry, buyer, you have to just pay all those closing costs yourself, which they may or may not be able to do. They may be kind of stuck like Chuck and can't buy the house now. Or something else has to happen. People either have to try to give up commissions. We have to try to reduce the purchase price, right? Which in this particular case, because the seller doesn't have the money to give, there isn't the ability. And so now everybody is stuck trying to figure out how to make this deal work.
Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsors.
Imagine having the power to control your financial destiny, no matter where you start. Welcome to the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform, where financial education is tailored to your unique journey. We cover everything you need, from basic budgeting and saving strategies to advanced investing and retirement planning. Learn at your own pace with lessons that match your level of experience. Whether you're a beginner or looking to enhance your financial knowledge, join our community of learners and benefit from shared insights and expert guidance. The Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform equips you with the skills and confidence to take charge of your financial future. Ready to master your finances? Enroll in our courses today at the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform. Start your path to financial independence now.
Visit us at fms.tips and fms.college for more information.
Hello, and welcome to PBJ Mortgage, where your home ownership dreams become reality. Today, we want to share why choosing PBJ Mortgage is the right choice for your home financing needs. At PBJ Mortgage, we're built on a foundation of values that drive us every day. Our commitment to educate, empathize, and empower our clients sets us apart in the mortgage industry. Our clients are at the heart of everything we do, and their success stories speak volumes. With years of experience, our team possesses in-depth knowledge of the mortgage programs, ensuring you receive expert guidance and the best possible rates. We offer a diverse range of loan options to suit your unique needs, including conventional, FHA, VA, and more. No matter your situation, we've got a solution. At PBJ Mortgage, we pride ourselves on providing personalized service. Our dedicated loan officers are here to guide you every step of the way, making the process as smooth as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We understand that time is of the essence, which is why we've streamlined our processes for efficiency and convenience. Transparency and clear communication are paramount. You'll always know where you stand throughout your mortgage journey. Reach out to us today to set up a call to discover your options. If you're ready to make your home ownership dreams a reality, contact PBJ Mortgage today. Let us empower you during this exciting journey. Phone number 4-693-733-107 www.pbjteam.com. Visit our website or give us a call to get started. We look forward to helping you secure your future home. PBJ Mortgage, where home begins.
Thanks for your patience.
And that isn't actually the lender's part of the transaction. It's not our job to figure out if the purchase price, the price that is getting offered, will go ahead and appraise. The seller's agent and the buyer's agent are the ones who should know that. And if they don't know that, or they don't do it well, right? If they have miscalculated, saying that, oh, the property should be fine, it probably is going to make this amount of money, then it can really create some massive challenges on the back end of the situation. Now, luckily, on the mortgage side, we're incredibly good at what we do, and we are looking to navigate and work through some negotiations to be able to figure this out. However, the fact that the appraisal was short, a lot of people will go ahead and say that that is on the mortgage company or the lender. Not necessarily. An appraisal is just a person who is licensed, who goes out and simply looks at all of the different houses that have sold. They look also to see how truly comparable are they. Are they the same amount of square footage? Are they roughly the same age? Are they roughly the same level of improvement, right? So one house might have really high-end finishes and the other one has basic builder grade type finishes, right? This can change the value of the house. And literally all they do is go ahead and give that value and submit it back into the lender. So even though, yes, the lender, the mortgage company, they're the ones who order the report, it isn't, we don't have the ability to control what the value actually comes back at. In fact, because of the mortgage crisis that happened back in 08-09, where lenders actually were undue influencing those appraisers and basically telling them, look, buddy, this is what I need the value to be. And then the appraisers were kind of giving that value. It is actually, we're not even allowed as a lending institution to talk to the appraiser. There has to be sort of a buffer, if you will. Okay. And so the team matters so much because, first of all, you want to make sure that your mortgage company, who you pick, can pivot. We do a lot of pivoting because there is a lot of wrenches that get thrown into the transaction, sometimes by people not knowing how to do their jobs, sometimes by people thinking they're acting correctly and they're not, sometimes by third-party things, sometimes by market fluctuations. There's lots of moving pieces here. And the mortgage professional, the mortgage expert, right, what we do is we are trying to help facilitate that transaction to the table in the best and most efficient and easiest way possible. And so that is what we do. But we're only as good as the person that we're working with. So if the buyer's agent is not doing their job, or if they're not pushing back, or if they're not able to negotiate when things happen like this, then now we have a challenge. And we run into some really hard and heavy situations that can be avoided if we all do our due diligence up front. It's so different than why it is so important for the mortgage professional, the mortgage expert, to ask all the questions up front. I can't tell you how much pushback I get from clients when they're starting the process of, well, I don't want to fill out that information. Well, I don't want to have my credit pulled. well, I don't want to do these things. What you have to understand as somebody who is not the expert in this space, if we do not do our due diligence on the front end, if we do not get all the information in and properly advise you, then what is happening is you are going to be making really big, life-changing decisions and things that involve a heavy amount of money, and you're making these decisions without proper information. And why do you not have proper information? Well, we weren't able to do our due diligence. Why were we not able to do our due diligence? Because you didn't fill out the paperwork. And so many mortgage professionals, unfortunately, they take the easy path. They just want the business. They just want you to say yes to them. And so they're not going to push back on you. They're not going to ask you for all the paperwork up front. They're not going to make sure that you do X, Y, and Z before you're able to get this accomplished. Okay. And so myself and my team, the reason that we bust our rear ends and that we try to work really, really hard and really in concert with that other professional is because we want to hold true to our promise that we want mortgage to be simple, as simple as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? You shouldn't have to be dealing with all of this negotiation and navigation on the back end. This should be our responsibility. We should be taking that stress off of you, and you should be at work doing your thing, getting your stuff packed up to get ready to move into that brand new place. This is what that should look like, but it can't look that way if all of the professionals are not in line and all of the experts aren't true experts. If they're not doing their job well, guess what happens? And so I just simply wanted to make sure that I made a video to explain why it does matter so much, because we on the back end work really, really hard to keep all of those circus animals, circus situations, if you will, tamed and to make it this lovely, smooth process for you. But there is a lot of times, a lot of challenge happening on the back end that you're not seeing. And if you're not hiring an expert, you're going to see it and you're going to feel it. And not only are you going to feel it, but your deal may fall apart or fall through if that doesn't happen.